Once upon a time in a far-off land, there was a group of 3 monks who were renowned for their wisdom and deep understanding of the world. They lived a simple life, freed from material possessions and distractions, and dedicated their lives to the pursuit of inner peace and enlightenment. One day, a young monk named Tenzin approached the 3 elder monks with a problem. He had been struggling to sleep well at night, plagued by restless thoughts and worries that kept him awake, no matter how much he tried to clear his mind. But he found himself tossing and turning until the early hours of the morning. The 3 elder monks listened to Tenzin's concerns and took him under their wing, determined to help him to find a solution to his sleepless nights. They led him to a quiet corner of the monastery, where they sat together in silence and contemplation. When they settled down on the floor, one of the elder monks spoke up. "Tenzin, the problem is not with your mind, but with your heart. You are carrying a heavy burden that is weighing you down and keeping you from finding the peace you seek." Tenzin was taken aback by this, unsure of what his heart could possibly be burdened with. But the elder monk continued, "You have been holding on to a grudge, a resentment towards someone who has wronged you in the past. It is this anchor and bitterness that is keeping you from finding true rest." Tenzin thought about this for a moment and realized that the elder monk was right. He had been holding on to a grudge towards an old friend who had betrayed him years ago and had never truly forgiven him. The monk then began to tell Tenzin the parable, one that had been passed down through the generations of their order. Once there was a farmer who owned a small plot of land. One day he discovered that his neighbor had stolen some corn from his fields. The farmer was so angry that he decided to sue his neighbor in front of the whole village. Months went by and the case dragged on and on. In between, the farmer became so consumed with anger and bitterness towards his neighbor that he could no longer sleep at night. He tossed and turned, unable to let go of his resentment. Finally, the day of the trial arrived. The farmer presented his case before the village community members. But before the members could even make a ruling, he was interrupted and approached by his neighbor. And he said, "I am sorry for what I have done, and I had no right to take the corns from your field. Please forgive me." After listening to his neighbor, the farmer was taken aback by this, realizing that he had been holding on to his anger for so long that he had forgotten the value of forgiveness. And so, he dropped the case and forgave his neighbor. And from that day on, he slept soundly and peacefully once again. The elder monks finished their parable and turned to Tenzin, urging him to let go of his anger and bitterness towards his old friend, because forgiveness is the key to finding inner peace and rest. And Tenzin took their words to heart and began to meditate on the power of forgiveness. Gradually, he was able to let go of his resentment and forgive his old friend. And as he did, so he found that his nights were once again filled with deep and restful sleep. So, friends, the farmer and his neighbor teaches us that the power of forgiveness is the key to finding inner peace and rest. It reminds us that letting go of our anger and bitterness towards others is not only a gift we give to them, but a gift we give to ourselves to sleep well at night. We must cultivate a mindset of forgiveness and letting go. We should avoid holding on to grudges or unresolved conflicts, as these can weigh heavily on our minds and keep us from finding restful sleep. Instead, we should strive to practice forgiveness and compassion towards ourselves and others, letting go of negativity and embracing positivity. Some tips to cultivate this mindset include practicing mindfulness meditation, journaling about your feelings and thoughts, and focusing on positive affirmations. Before you go to bed, you can also try creating a peaceful and comfortable sleep environment by developing a consistent sleep routine and avoiding stimulating activities or foods before bed. So always remember, finding restful sleep is not just a physical necessity, but a spiritual one. As well, by cultivating a mindset of forgiveness and peace, we can achieve not only a good night's sleep, but a more fulfilled and meaningful life. So friends, if this story adds some value in your life, do make sure to subscribe to our channel. Thanks again for watching. This is the Zen Storyteller. See you soon again. Till then, stay blessed and keep smiling.